Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and we got our Calibi out. That's a calico pastel spider. And you know what? You saw in the thumbnail had all those clips on it, and you're probably like, what the hell are you putting clips on a snake? That was just to get your attention, because the snake really, we're going to talk about snakes, and we're going to talk about a great way to care for snakes. Oh my God, I love this snake. But it's really not about the snake today. Look how thick she is too. Oh, girly. Are you going to maybe? Look how thick she is in the back end. Yeah, you got a big poop for me. Or maybe, that's probably a big poop. Just probably a big poop. She's just getting to that age. Beautiful, beautiful snake though. But we are going to talk about these little clips. And you're like, why? Well, because for being really serious, man, I've got clips. I've got clips. I got clips. I got clips. I got clips. Why? Why do I have all these clips? Because you see, I'm getting a little bit old, and we've got a lot of snakes. And thank God I got camera guy Kurt here to help with my memory at times, because you start to find, I'm going to tell you guys a secret about this, that I had to learn the hard way, that you guys don't have to learn the hard way. And that is, you need to come up with some kind of system, I don't care what it is, this is what we use, to help you track and mark things. There's all kinds of things. I mean, at one point in time, my camera guy, Bill, he really wanted us to use computers to track everything. And, you know, they're kind of cumbersome to me. I get them out, turn them on, do all this. So for tracking feeds, we started using paper. Bam! It's one rack's feed, and you can kind of see how things go. And we track a lot of things. That one sucks at eating. That one's great at eating. That one's a medium. Oh my God, that one's, you know, hit and miss. This one's fucking awesome. And you can kind of go through, man, that one's been eating great. And you can see how everybody's feeding. It's easy to track, way quicker than a computer. So after that, my camera guy, old Steve, he was kind of like, you know what? Maybe we don't need a computer. So even though our memories are getting bad, I mean, I can hardly remember who people are anymore, we came up with a system that works for me and John. And what we simply do, we use these clips. They have different meanings sometimes, and we use them in different ways. And where their location is can also mean something. So right now, if you look at her room, you'll see some green clips. That just means I think she could still possibly have eggs. So it's just kind of to keep an eye on that. I got 2 of those out there right now. You'll see a lot of purple clips. You'll see a lot of silver, or a couple silver clips. That's what you're seeing. So let me talk about, first of all, blue clips. Like, well, we don't see any blue clips. Blue clips relate to feeding for us. So let's say we're going through and we're checking our stuff, and we get to this snake here. And we're like, oh, well, you know, maybe it didn't eat that. We want to try something different. We want to put a mouse in. Or maybe it's a snake that's growing and we want to offer a second meal because this meal was kind of small. Well, that means it's going to be out of order, and we don't want to forget to check on it. It gets a blue clip. That blue clip tells me, hey, dumbass, before I leave the room, scan all the tubs, make sure I ain't missing, that there's a rat in there. That's what that blue clip means. If there's a rat in there that has gone unchecked for whatever reason, okay? Whatever reason it went unchecked, whether I just decided to give a little more time to eat, whether or not we put a second in there, whether or not we change what the food item is, tells me to check it. Blue clip with the tongue up. See, so what's magic about these clips. I can't remember if it was me that figured this out or if it was my camera guy, Carl, who figured it out, but they're really kind of magic. You can flip this up and it means something different. So if I have a blue clip with the tab up, that tells me that snake killed its dinner, but when I checked it, it hadn't swallowed it yet. So then when I come back the next day, I know I need to check on these blue ones, because you don't want to leave that dead rat in there for a couple days, y'all. You'll find it. It's bad. So this keeps me from having that big of a stinking problem, and I check it, and if the snake ate it, cool, take it off. If the snake didn't eat it, take it off, throw the thing away, adjust feed sheet. That's what a blue clip is for. Blue clips always for us relate to feed. So we'll get rid of all the blue ones. We talked about them. And they always, always, always relate to feed. So let's talk about these purple clips next, right? Purple is fun. We like purple. And I bought them because, well, we're Olympus Reptiles. We do purple. So in this case, what these purple clips mean during breeding season for us is simply that is where my male is. When you see a purple clip located in the middle, that tells me there is a male in that tub to breed. So the purple clip gets a male. So when I come back here, usually on Wednesday or Thursday, and remove my males, usually Wednesday if I'm around, because that gives them Thursday off. We feed on Friday, right? They get 2 days off. I'll take this purple clip off, boom. I'll pull the male out. He's in there, hanging out. I'll put him back. And then I'll look at the next spot that male's supposed to be breeding, which I find right away, where are you at? I know you're here. I know you've got a few girlfriends. We always read left to right, top to bottom, you know. It's just kind of how we do it. Should have planned this better, so I'm looking like an idiot. Kurt, where else is this guy going? Oh, he's going over here. So he's got this one. Well, that's where the animal needs to go. If I put the purple clip in the front, it makes it confusing. So we put it to the left. If I see a purple clip off to the left, not in the middle, that tells me, hey, this is where the male needs to be. So I'll feed on Friday. I'll come back through here after I'll give him a day off on Saturday. On Sunday, I'll move my males to breed. And then I'll grab Zeus, like, oh, he needs to go here. Put him in. Boop. Put it in the middle. And I know where my male's at. It's not right there right now. I need to put it back here. So again, left, male needs to be there. Middle, male's in there. You'll also see occasionally, like here, a purple clip on a male. What that simply means is, hey, the male's in there, right? The male needs a break. He's getting a week off. Let him be. And when I feed him this next week, we'll pull that off because I'll know it's time to go back to breed if I want him to go back in the program or if I want to take his break away. And then we'll come over and we'll look, see where that male needs to go. And a lot of times, on this one you won't. He's only breeding one female. But you'll see it here. So my super inchy pastel vanilla ghost, which is over here somewhere, right there, you can see it has a purple clip, right? Pastel super inchy vanilla ghost. So over here, on this tub, there's a silver clip. What does that silver clip mean? Well, that silver clip means that when I took that snake and put him on break, because he's got a few females he's breeding, this is the spot in the order where we're at. So when I put him back in, this is where he needs to go. He needs to go here. And then next time he'll move on down the line to his next one. So that's kind of how that works. So these clips all tell a story that I can tell really fast about what's going on. The nice thing about them over paper, yes, I could track this on computer. Yes, I could track this on paper. Yes, I could track this 100 different ways. You know, I could get the little fancy thing with the barcode and scan it with my phone. But guys, that shit takes forever, right? It takes forever. I don't want to have to come in like, dink. Oh, that's where my mail needs to go this week. No, I know. He needs to go right there. I can see it the minute I walk in. Oh, it's time to separate. Dink, is there a male in this one or somewhere else? No, I can see male there, male there, male there. I can tell right away what's going on. And whenever I do that, it does not take me very long to move these around when it's time to do it. It's really quick. It's really simple. And we just run through here like a wildfire in order to make sure our animals are breeding where they're supposed to be. So it is really, really, really easy. Really, really easy. Kurt, anything you want to ask about on this?
So you rotate your males every week?
Yeah, we're breeding a little different this year. We're always looking to improve our craft. And this year, you know, our numbers were really good. I would have liked to have had a few more clutches than I had, but it's probably with the move. Some of the females were not as comfortable ready to go this year. That's okay. But the clutches we did have, you know, we didn't have near the issues we had the previous year during the move. Like it was a much higher success rate, kind of back to what we had expect. But if we could find a way to decrease some slug rates and even improve that further, we want to do that. Before I would try to rotate a male multiple times in the same week. I'm not sure what I'm gaining by doing that. So what I decided to do this time was give the male 1 week in a spot, right? He's only going to have one female per week he's going to focus on. We should get plenty of locks that way still through all the females. They should all be getting fresher sperm. It should be a little easier to track. And it's not really going to tax the male any harder if I'm breeding one female or breeding 3 females. You still want to limit the number of females you pair one male to, because you know the more you're pairing him to, the less locks you're likely going to have, because you know he's not there every week. If, like in the case of Apollo, and one female, he'll probably go on every other week because he just doesn't need to be there that often. See if we can't get something done there. Whereas a male that's getting a lot of work, like my super pastel exanthic, is going like here, here, and I think somewhere else. You know, we'll be a little bit more judicious with how often we do that. Or some of our smaller males. Our lesser pastel desert ghost is getting a lot of work. It's going there. It's going here. That's 2. It's got our GHI Mojave. That's 3 down there. I think there's a 4th one over here. So it's got a lot of work. So I'll have to give it some weeks off and monitor that and make changes as I need to. But it allows me to kind of to do that. By 1 female per week, though, it should hopefully help save the male a tad and also give us the locks we need to produce quality clutches. with the freshest of sperm for each female. God, that's some words I never thought I'd string together. Fresh sperm. That's what we're talking about today. Fresh male genetic material. Ew. Anything else, Kurt?
No.
All right, guys, that is all we got. We could probably do an entire video sometime on how we choose to breed and why, and the theories behind it. Albeit, that doesn't mean if I say this is how I do something, that is the only way to do it. I've changed how I do things multiple times and probably will another 100. Again, always trying to find what's better, and it will kind of modify as we change things. Well, that didn't work, so we'll go back a little bit to this. We like this aspect, maybe not this aspect, and kind of continue to hone our craft is always a goal. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.